ElectraCast.
Welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey. I got you.
Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering.
My concealer is making me look worse?
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi, Let's get you a basket.
Welcome to the Congressional Record Daily Digest, where we bring you all the previous day's U.S. legislative proceedings in 4 minutes or less. In today's episode, we bring you the Congressional Record for September 11th, 2025.
Today, the Senate introduced 30 bills and 2 resolutions, covering a range of policy areas. Among the measures reported were updates to the Employee Retirement Income Security Act. One bill expands the Advisory Council to include representatives of employee ownership organizations, while another clarifies the definition of adequate consideration for closely held stock. These changes would directly affect retirement plan administrators, workers with pensions, and employee ownership groups. Debate continued on the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2026. Senators considered amendments on casualty assistance and long-term care programs for military families, as well as several procedural amendments regarding enactment dates. This legislation impacts military service members, their families, and defense personnel nationwide. The Senate also addressed the process for nominations. After a series of votes, members set a new precedent, lowering the threshold for cloture on executive resolutions involving en bloc nominations from 3/5 to a simple majority. This decision will shape how future nominees to federal agencies are confirmed. Debate also began on the nomination of Stephen Moran to the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, a role with significant influence over U.S. monetary policy. Committees were active as well. The Armed Services Committee reviewed the nomination of General Christopher Mahoney to serve as Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, while the Energy and Natural Resources Committee advanced legislation on land use in Utah, ski area fees, and land conveyance in Arizona. The Foreign Relations Committee considered ambassadorial nominees to India, the Bahamas, and Jordan, while the Judiciary Committee advanced several federal judges and U.S. attorneys across the country. The House of Representatives introduced 47 public bills and 9 resolutions. Reports were filed on measures concerning energy security, natural gas exports, and protections for student-athletes' name, image, and likeness rights. Appropriations for the Departments of Labor, Health and Human Services, and Education were also advanced. On the floor, the House rejected a motion to instruct conferees on the Military Construction and Veterans Affairs Appropriations Act, but proceeded to appoint conferees to negotiate the bill. The House also passed the Stop Illegal Entry Act, which increases penalties for individuals who re-enter the United States unlawfully after removal, a decision affecting immigration enforcement and border communities. Additionally, members were appointed to a new select subcommittee tasked with investigating remaining questions about the events of January 6, 2021. Together, these actions highlight Congress's focus on national defense, retirement security, judicial and diplomatic appointments, energy policy, immigration enforcement, and continued oversight of past events. Those were the key activities of September 11th, 2025 in the U.S. Congress.
Subscribe to receive daily or rate or review so others can find us as well. Thanks for tuning in to the Congressional Record Daily Digest. This has been an ElectraCast media production. Executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson. Produced and edited by Hannah Riggs.
You deserve better health care, and so do we all. Medicine in America is a podcast that shares real stories of patients and doctors reshaping the future, because the revolution in care isn't coming, it's already here. Real stories, real change, a better future for healthcare.
ElectraCast.
Hi, it's me, Flo. Remember me from Ghost Hampton, the podcast? I was secretly in love with Lyle Hall. Well, now I'm dead and loving it. But let's talk about you. If you love listening to Ghost Hampton, you can now spend the summer in the Hamptons. The original episodes are back, and now new episodes will be dropping every Friday. I may drop in too, just to make Lyle feel guilty. Ghost Hampton, the podcast, is now streaming everywhere.
ElectraCast.